Donald Trump just told his supporters that sometimes violence should be used to get what you want. Not only that, but he also spent this morning doubling down on dangerous conspiracies that almost got people seriously injured last week. All of this and more coming from one crazy campaign stop to the hurricane-ravaged North Carolina. 2 weeks ago, Donald Trump went to visit hurricane damage in Georgia, mostly just to have a couple of photo shoots though. Continuing with his trend of never actually helping people, today he visited Asheville, North Carolina. The stop was again for photos and to meet the press. Instead of speaking about plans to help the people of North Carolina, however, Trump instead didn't even mention how he would address the hurricane cleanups. Instead, he was first asked about conservatives attacking FEMA disaster workers in the state. At first, it was just rumors, but recently a man was arrested for trying to attack the government workers who were there to help the state. He was, of course, inspired by Donald Trump's lies about federal workers coming to states to steal money and give it to migrants. And what did Trump have to say about this insane incident?
President Trump, an armed gunman was arrested and charged with making threats against FEMA workers 2 Saturdays ago. FEMA had a safety stand down because of continued credible threats. Is it helping the recovery effort in North Carolina to keep making these claims that FEMA's not doing their job?
Well, I think you have to let people know how they're doing. If they were doing a great job, I think we should say that too, because I think they should be rewarded. But if they're not doing, does that mean that if they're doing a poor job, we're supposed to not say it? These people are entitled to say it. And these are honest people behind this. If FEMA were doing well, they would be saying they did a good job. They're not, for the most part, political people. For the most part, they're not political people. But you've obviously seen nothing but very bad statements coming out about the job that FEMA and this administration has done having to do with this area, North Carolina as a whole. And by the way, other states also, they're also complaining. But look, a lot of the money is gone. They don't have any money. They have to have a meeting in Washington, a special meeting in Washington to get money. It's all gone. They've spent it on illegal migrants. Many of them are murderers. Many of them are drug dealers. Many of them come out of mental institutions and insane asylums. And many of them are terrorists. And they spent money to bring these people into our country, and they don't have money to take care of the people from North Carolina and other states. So, I think you have to be able to speak. Does that mean let's not talk about it? Because by doing that, they'll do a better job the next time. It's very important.
Did we all hear that right? Donald Trump just said that it was the FEMA workers' fault that they were shot at. He even went so far as to question if attacking government workers and agencies is okay, because sometimes you have to let them know if they're doing a bad job. Not only is he practically begging his supporters to start taking up arms at this point, but he is a candidate who is shot at twice. By that logic, he is the one doing a bad job that voters are upset with. But even crazier was when he was asked about what he would do differently than the current administration. He said that the state of North Carolina is at fault for not cleaning up the hurricane fast enough. He then goes on to repeat the very conspiracies that are causing people to attack the cleanup crews.
Clearly, a lot of people here are looking to you to save them and bring them relief, and what better way than to win the White House in 2 weeks?
Right.
I know that you're happy with early results. Are you satisfied with everything this state is doing, the election boards, to help these people get to the ballot box? Are you satisfied?
Well, I'm not hearing the good things about the governor here like I'm hearing about the governor in Georgia, as an example. I'm hearing the governor in Georgia has done a very good job, and I don't really know the governor here, but I'm not hearing that he's done a very good job. So that's the only thing I can say. And certainly you have all heard the same stories that we all hear, that FEMA has done a very poor job. Our FEMA, when we had a problem, we did record rescues. And what the job that FEMA did under the Trump administration was really incredible. But they had spent, in all fairness to FEMA, they had spent hundreds of millions of dollars doing other things that I don't think bear any relationship to this money. They were not supposed to be spending the money on taking in illegal migrants, maybe so they could vote in the election, because that's a lot of people are saying that's why they're doing it. I don't know. I hope that's not why they're doing it. So they really didn't have any money. They don't have very much money. And now they're saying, can we have a special vote? Let's have a special session. I'm in favor of that, but somebody has to get back to why did they spend hundreds of millions of dollars on something that they were not supposed to be spending it on.
That's right. Trump visited North Carolina to simply repeat lies that have almost gotten people killed in the last few weeks. When asked about changes to be made, he couldn't even point out any real problems with the disaster cleanup. Once again, we have seen Donald Trump use people's greatest time of need to take pictures and spread lies that do nothing to make lives better. He is even once again trying to subtly encourage people to take out their anger through violence. This is not a man who cares about your troubles, nor a candidate that cares about anything but power. And if you agree, please be sure to leave a like and comment below, and as always, subscribe to keep up with our regular election updates.